Ah, yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, man. No sound. Can y'all hear me now? Oh, yeah. Somebody tried to call me while something happened, man. The internet been the reason why I didn't get to come live today earlier is because the damn internet went off because the lights was off. It was a big thunderstorm going down. Right, it was a big ass thunderstorm, and in the night the lights got knocked out. So the internet box was off. So we couldn't even do no class today, man, until just now. It just came back on a couple hours ago. So we had to come to you late. Can you hear me now? Am I loud and clear? Can you hear me now? I'm gonna share this screen. Oh yeah, okay, we live, baby. Yes, sir. Hakeem, don't do it. Hakeem, don't do it, bro. Give me that. Give me that, bro. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me that's the wrong folder. That folder should be on there. Oh yeah, close the door for me, Hakeem. Oh yeah, baby. Let's get started. I don't like how it was muted out at the beginning. Ride bike gang, we in the bit. Oh yeah, here we go, baby. Hey, close that door for me, Hakeem. They still making fun of us, man. Hey, close my door and go out. Oh yeah. Can't believe it, bro. It's always when it's time for me to do this show, it's a whole bunch of distractions. They making fun of us, bro. They still making fun of us. Hey, why is these people painting their face black every year to do a ritual to make fun of us? You think they don't know about you and who you are? You know what I'm saying? We just getting started, man. We got a rough start there. Hey, we better get this shit rolling smooth right now, though. Right? Why they making fun of us, man? Let's get these niggas, man. Somebody say in the crowd, say y'all gotta get these niggas. Why they making fun of us? Why is they making fun of us? Oh, look, we got them. Oh, yeah, look at them. Look at them. They got the Pitts parade. The Pitts go back to that book that I got. They go back to the Twi Man. So these people, the Three Kings parade and the Mamas parade in Philadelphia, which is an alchemical situation. So they got all these things where they paint themselves black and they laughing at us, saying, "Look at him. He supposed to be a Mac from the Moors back in the day. He got the white girls with it. Look at them. They making fun of us. What's going on here, y'all? Why are they doing this? So we about to tell you. It's all about the rise. I mean the fall, and now the rise of the Moorish Empire. And we're gonna be fire till we retire, baby. Look at these niggas, man. Look at these niggas, man. These niggas think it's a joke. They think you a joke because you calling yourself black and you don't remember shit about who you really are. Look at them. Three Kings parade. Who are the Three Kings? Is going back to the Dogons. The Dogons are the original ancient Egyptians. One of the one of the species of the original ancient Egyptians. The Dogons, but these particular species are the Moors. Like I'm gonna tell you, okay, all right? So a lot of when the Hindus really brought in the Moor species, when they started jumping off around Africa. Let's show you that we told you about that the Shabazz tape. Go back and watch the Shabazz tape. But when Shabazz left, he started jumping off in all these places on the edge of Africa and mixing in with the species that were there, creating a whole bunch. That's why we said it's 54 different tribes in Africa. We're gonna end up doing a tape on that. But so these Moors jumped off and started mixing in, and then so it's a lot of species, especially the Mandingos, who were Abu Bakr now and Mansa Musa now, who sailed over. They were mixed in with the Hindus. Hold on, it stopped sharing my screen. Oh yeah, let's go back. And the people they call them the Nigerians and the Angolians is the ones that call them Moors because they were dark people. Really, it goes to morenos, which means dog hair, dog skin, or brown hair, brown skin, morenos. Right? That's really the word is really like a Spanish or French, going to back to the French word. All right. And they were speaking that, but keep in mind, at this time, yeah, the Caucasian didn't even get, he didn't really just take over until the Woodrow Wilson thing, right? The Moors still were controlling really the whole world until the Woodrow Wilson controlling a lot of land until the Woodrow Wilson, the Secret Treaty of Verona, the Federal Reserve Act, 1913. When he set up there and sold they auctioned off the rest of the land. Now, okay, let's talk about this. We talked about this on the Canaanite tape. And you remember Rob Haynes talked about these black Jews who are really Enlil's kids. And they Moors as well. They Moors, they also come under the title as Jewish Moors. Right? And the beard is the connection because the Hebrews, they rock the beard and the Anunnakis rock beards. The Anunnakis, Elohim, they rock beards. But it's some species on the planet, they grow less hair because they mixed in with the people the Hindus don't grow hair on their face. The Hindus don't grow hair on their face. The Afar rarely grow hair on their face. So everybody's wondering why the Egyptians don't grow hair because they a different type of mixed with a species that don't grow hair. The Hindus, right? So that's another key. So these beings got hair on their face. These the dirty Moors, and not all dirty Moors got hair on their face, but the ones that we spotted out, most of them was with the Hebrew clan, the Jewish movement. I see this more right here. He ain't got no hair on his face because he mix. And you see the type of hair texture he got it's the Hindu mix, right? Oh yeah. Let's go back. I'm trying to find. Oh look, had to switch the internet to Wi-Fi. All right, so what? All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the rise of the Moorish Empire. I mean, to the rise and the fall, then the rise again. Hold up, what picture do I want to show you? Oh yeah, see the Moors been doing it. So on the Canaanite tape, we talked about us pulling these Caucasian women out of the caves. And that was about around, I think I said 900 AD, but it really was 900 BC. I wrote it down in the book. 900 BC is when they started they wasn't even, so from 900 BC, and then it took them another couple hundred years to get themselves together before they even started doing anything. Right? Why is it stopping my screen? So they really didn't get a leg up really completely until the Woodrow Wilson thing. But they conquest somebody's guys with the beards, these Moors with the beards, who's calling themselves Jewish. And keep in mind, 323, 325 AD haven't happened yet. But Christian, and when they say the Nicene Council, where they set up the Christianity, where they set up the books and all that, this is way down the line later, 900 BC. You're talking about over maybe like 1,300 years until the Nicene Council. But Christianity was already existing then. So I was trying to see what, because religion is one of the first arrows. Accepting religion as our one of our way of lives is the first mistake that we made, besides mixing with the Canaanites, right? So I was trying to say, okay, all right, what religion were these Moors who were going to capture these Caucasians from the Georgia in the Caucasus Mountains and bringing them back and making them into pretty much prostitutes? And I said, what religion was these Moors? Because this is 900 BC when it started. Uh, Islam is not really prominent right then. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Something making me sneeze. Oh man, that's strong. All right. So I'm saying Islam wasn't prominent until like what, 670 during the Muhammad time. And then before Christianity has been around for it's really one of the oldest religions because it comes from the Dagon teachings being translated down into putting figures on the people, and then teaching the kids that, and then from the Ethiopians. Right, let me see if I got an Ethiopian. The Ethiopians were the first ones with the Christianity, and the Ethiopians are the ancient Egyptians. So it's trickling down from the Dogon. Yeah, hold up. You about to, hey, if you sleeping on a young elder, you about to get a crook in your neck, bro. You about to get a crooked. Okay, all right, here go to so Christianity was in Ethiopia first, the Coptic Christians. They had their Pope and everything. And these people were coming from the Afar people. And these people migrated to the area what they call in Rome and the Vatican and all that. And so the Afar people was already there in Rome. I traced it all the way back. And they the ones that took this particular belief system. The Moors is the ones that took this belief system to Rome. The Moors was in Rome before the Caucasian ever came out of the caves. You're talking about 900 BC when they came out. The Moors were running Rome before, really for a long time up until probably like the ADs. We're gonna get into that, right? But they started pulling these Caucasians out in 900 BC. So this was already in existence, stemming down from the damn Dogon teachings, right? Christianity is Dogon teachings about the stars. We already pointed it out. The three wise men, the birth of the son of God, right? The star in the east. This is Dogon teachings. Even the teachings about the moon, Islam, is Dogon teaching. All the three religions come from Dogon teachings. They come from Dogon teachings because the Nomos taught the ancient Egyptians about the sun passing over the equator. The Jews took these black Jews took that and made it into the Passover. It's all based on sun, the motions of the sun. Or they had these different holidays in their religion. It's based on the movements of the sun. Taught all down to the Nomos, turned into Christianity, and then that Christianity was took on by the Afar people or the Ethiopians, and then they produced it. I'm gonna do a tape actually called "The Origin of Christianity," and I'm gonna break it all down. So I'm gonna get into that later, but we just tying this in with the what happened. So these Afar people who were in Ethiopia, what they call Ethiopia today, Coptics, right? Ancient Kemet, they left there and went. Some of them people migrated because keep in mind, Nubians or Moors were all over the world in every landmass already before the stories that we get now even wrote. The stories as far as what the white man wrote. We was already in all over the world. The Moors was already all over the world. They was already running Rome. They already had that they the rich. See, the Moors put these religions on other Moors, on poor Moors. See, it was already a rich versus poor thing going on back then. So the rich Moors, who were these Sephardim Jewish Moors, who was like the ones that Rob Haynes talk about, they had the money. So they were really like a lot of them were really the ones that were going and funding the trips for them to go capture these Caucasian women and bring them back, bring them into our camps so that we can set up these Harlems. Go get a book called Night in the Moorish Harlem. We already told you about that. We're gonna talk about the Spanish Inquisition. We leading up to that point. Right now we in 900 BC when they pulling these Caucasians out the caves, and we're gonna in 1478 is when we get up to the start of them this Caucasian species starting to conquer the different Moors under Christianity, with your own teachings. Christianity is your own teachings. The Moors created Christianity. Like they created Christianity for the kids, stemming down from the Dogon teachings, which they was taught by these Nomos beings who came from Cyrus B, right? Reptilian looking beings. Let me show you. I think I might have a picture of one. Okay, here's one right here. All right, and these are the beings that they mentioned of in Genesis that walked in the cool of the day, that walked upright and they could talk and that was intelligent, and they call them the serpent. They call them serpent beings, Nakash. They call them these serpent beings, right? And these were the beings who they saying the devil, right? That's who they saying is the devil, and these beings were the ones that were teaching you what Inky and Enlil and them knew. See, Inky and Enlil and them knew about the stars and all that, but they didn't want the humans to know, because they didn't want the humans to know it was more than just them, because they couldn't be their God no more if they taught them the truth. And the Nomos told them that in the beginning. He says, what God do know, that if you know what he know, then you'll be just like him. So those were these beings. And so they taught, so they said these Nomos were the devil, and they taught the humans about the stars and about who they were, and about who these Anunnakis were. Right? And like I say, they took it to Rome. They took that, the Moors took that to Rome. So Christianity was already in Rome way before Constantine. The story of Haru and Osiris and Ishtar, this story was already in Rome, took there by the people who was occupying Rome, the Moors, who were beings who came from Palestinian and Ethiopia, who was already Christians way before all these people came. The oldest Christianity church is in Ethiopia, right? And the storyline comes, or the origin comes from that area, based on what the Dogon said that the Nomos told him. So we established that. And so these Moors was really using Christianity to enslave other tribes with it way before the Constantinople thing. And I have a reason to believe Constantine was a Moor. I have, because the Caucasian really didn't get a leg up, like I said, to 1913 really. And they started conquering certain areas, starting with the Spanish Inquisition in 1478. Now let's talk about the Spanish Inquisition, because this is part of the rise and the fall of the Moors. If anybody talk about the rise or fall of the Moors and they don't tell you about the Spanish Inquisition, they fanging with no grease, because this is the whole setup. We already told you about the good witches versus the bad witches. Right? Keep in mind, we showed you that Moorish flag, and we told you that Moorish flag is really a scientific flag. It's an alchemical flag. It's dealing with a bloodline of alchemists, and we still exist right now, the chemists, the real ancient chemists, right? And so what they was to do under the Spanish Inquisition is to conquer people land who they consider to be savages, and because they label anybody that didn't go along with their Christianity to be savages. And keep in mind, this didn't start like when Christianity was set up. I have a real reason to believe it was set up by good beings in Rome, some good Moors, but eventually it got because the first 36 popes were Moors. Did you know that? The first 36 popes were Moors. The first couple popes, St. Peter's, the niggas were Moors. Right about everybody in the building, right? We're gonna bring it home to you. So in 1478, the Spanish Inquisition, right? The Pope is like going back. Okay, going back. Let's go back. Let's go back because I'm leading up to that point. 900 BC, we start pulling them out the caves, putting them into the Harlems. The Moors would having these chicks like pets at first, like pets with I got some pictures I can't even show. That's just too exclusive. With them having them on the leash. They having these white women on the leash, or these Caucasian women on the leash, and they were selling them. All the women they were selling them as slaves, sex slaves, and all that. Right. So this right here this right here even after the Spanish Inquisition started. Look, you see, it's 1868. So this is even after the Spanish Inquisition, because like we told you, the Moors was around the whole world before the Spanish Inquisition started. What was the Spanish Inquisition about? To sum it up, it was about stealing the indigenous people of the planet land, and they were funded and promoted by these dark-skinned Jews who are the children of Enlil, because they infiltrated the church. They put one of their own guard dogs in there, Bargia, Alexandra. Alexandra worked for these. Alexandra, the Pope, worked for these dark-skinned niggas with the beards. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you some pictures. Another picture of these cats. The niggas that Rob Haynes dropped a dime on. There goes some of them right here. Here they go right here. Hold up. Hold up. We got them. Somebody say Young Ella get these niggas, man. Here you go right here. Rob Haynes told you about these niggas. Right? These are the people who control the Jesuits. The Jesuits is the secret police for the Roman Catholic Church. And they control the Knights of Templar, because the Knights of Templar are supposed to be protecting these protectors of these people. The CIA protect these people. Right? That's their organization, really. And they are these people are the people who put Alexandra way back then, the Borgias, into they stole the election, the Pope election, and got him in there. And then from there, he okayed the 1478 approval to go steal there and start taking all the Moors' land. Right? And that was under one of their guard dogs, who really was a mulatto, Fernando and Isabella, Queen Isabella. Right, we'll probably post some pictures of them. They probably got nothing but paintings of them. But these Zionist Jews, look, they got it right there. They're telling you what they are. But they were they were Moors. Why? Because they were mixed with the Hindus. See, you can look at this dude, tell how short he is. He got twi in him too. He got twi. So it's a certain breed that's calling themselves the Zionist Jews, who are really Moors, who are the same Moors who came under John Smith and John Roth and got at Pocahontas, because Pocahontas is a key pivot point over here in at the North Gate. Write that down. This is this particular landmass in the secret societies is called the North Gate, right? the North Gate. But these people they the ones that got, at first they were poor. See, it was Moors that had money, and then there was Moors that had money like these beings, but they had more money than another species. So they the other side. So they wanted to get more money. But I have reason to believe that these people were the people who orchestrated to start taking the Caucasians out of the caves. These people. Because I notice every time they involve, even with the guns, every time when the guns start coming over to America and get put to the gangs and all that, it was the Jewish people that was doing it. These people right here, and they had a front. They always got a front man. They send white faces, like Rob Haynes said. They send white faces. That way you will never think you be blaming the white guy, and the whole time it's these not mowing the corner of their beard ass niggas, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Right? So and it plays a part in too also. These Moors, they were mixing in with these Caucasian women. Like I say. Look, he got a whole stable. He got like about 10 or 15 girls. And it ain't nothing new. Look at them, they making fun of us. They laughing at us because they know who we are, and we study calling ourselves black. We study walking around saying we black and we proud and all this shit. And we when they complain when we get our ass beat down because we still under the black Christian codes. Right? So the pimping ain't nothing new, man. Moors already been doing it, man. The Moor, he dressed like a Moor. That's how the Moors used to dress back in the day, how he dressed. The niggas ain't changed nothing. They ain't changed nothing. Right? See, this is a Harlem. Look at all those girls in there. They was kidnapping all those women and putting them in a place where they was making whoopee with them. And start having babies by them. And start having babies by them. Right? But the Spanish Inquisition was all started to conquer the Moorish Empire. We about to break it down for you. And so the Moors was already taken starting between 900 BC and about 300, really after that, all the way up until the 1800s. The Moors were taking Caucasians all around the world as under servitude, under the skies of them being criminals and slaves. That's why I said white people, or so-called white people, because the word white is really a status. But and the Nubians need to let bygones be bygones, because the white man hadn't did more to you than you did to him. I guarantee you that. Once you study the history, what he doing to you is light. You getting about 30% of the action that you gave the Caucasian, you Moors. Y'all, just like you get beat with whips, shot down, stabbed up by the police, the Moors was already doing it to the Caucasians. You were beating them. Y'all the real crackers. Moors are the real crackers. They was the ones cracking the whip first. Right? So they paint this picture, they make everybody white. They make everything white. They make Pocahontas white. They make everybody white to try to lose you in the sauce. But we here to clean it up, baby. We here to clean it all up for you. That's right. So they start falling in love with these girls, and then the girl move up after that. Because keep in mind, these Caucasian women was coming out of the caves, and they did a lot of extra stuff that the Moors weren't used to. The Moors weren't used to, getting their horn blown. They weren't used to, somebody blowing them up the butt or some crazy, like some freaky shit. They was all into this, right? I only can say too much. I only can say so much because people be listening. But they was doing all this freaky shit, turning Moors out to homo guys, Philiacs, sweet. They was making more. They were putting sugar in more shoes, and they were doing all kind of shit. And the freaky boys got down with it. And some of these girls start moving up. And then when they have a kid with this person, and that generated, once the Moors started having children with these Caucasian women, that generated a group called the mulattoes, who are still Moors. They light-skinned Moors, the mulattoes, just like Fat Joe. Fat Joe is a mulatto on the generations down, like the Puerto Rican Latino brothers. They really mulattoes, Moors. They really Moors, right? Mulatto Moors. And it's over time, light-skinned women became a thing of beauty, all the way up until just recently, really, to like the late '90s. That's why they put a move. That's why they put that series out. It was a series that came out. Really, you got to think about it. They put these sitcoms out, and keep in mind the word sitcom, right? What does the word? What does that mean? Sitcom. Why hypnotize your ass? The TV is a hypnotized box, and they want you to sit calm while they hypnotize you. And what was the show that was doing the light-skinned programming amongst the Moors? And that same guy played in a movie where they called him a Moor all through the movie. It's called Black Knights. And go watch Black Knights, and you'll hear him calling Martin Lawrence a Moor all through the movie, right? And this is the connection. This is the connection. Hold on, let me go back. All right, so you remember Martin and Gina, right? So remember they tied in with Martin already knowing we Moors because they was calling him in the movie. He knew what they was doing. All right, but on the Martin and Gina show, Martin always praised Gina instead, and then Pam, which was the real fine one, Pam, which is the one that was the real Moor sister. See, but Gina is like a mulatto. She a mulatto. So the real Moors will start leaning more towards the lighter and lighter and lighter. And this really was like the one drop of blood thing, because when they plan a plan, a new plan is another plan. But Martin Lawrence, through the whole series, he downplayed Gina. I mean, he downplayed Pam, who was the Nubian sister, and he praised Gina the whole show. Pam got buckshots. Pam this. Pam is that. Pam is a monkey. Pam is a horse. But if you saw what was going down, you know that Pam was the finer chick, man. You see what I'm saying? And so that's a psychological thing where we was to make light look better, light-skinned women look better. It's psychological. It's a hypnotizing tactic. They've been doing way back when we started making the mulattoes. Then, like the lighter, the brighter, the better. Lighter, the brighter, how they say it, right? But Martin Lawrence know what time it is. Don't think he don't. Will Smith, all of them. Right? They know we Moors. Okay? So the Moors was running Spain. Matter of fact, the Moors were running Europe all the way up into 1837. Write that down. The Moors were running Europe all the way up to 1837. Right? And the Moors were controlling the United States all the way up into 1913. 19, like really, and then we took it back. We took the land back in 1928. Right? Under the Noble Drew Ali going to the conference in Havana, Cuba. Right, we're gonna talk about that too. But you see the dates. You see the Moors was over there running Spain, running England. We got a book called it's called The Story of Moors in Spain. I got another book called The Moors in Spain. I got a book called The Moors After Spain. So we've been going through all those books. Yeah, so you see the date. You see the date. It's like 1907 when Moors was over there. And then I'm gonna tell you, you find out a lot once you go over to visit these areas and see that it's Moors still living there. When you go, but they on the TV, when they show you Spain, they don't never show you none of the Moors. They show you the white folks over there, or these so-called these Caucasus Mountain people who were brought into that area by the Moors. Yeah, hey, this right here class is a whole. I'm gonna take you to a whole nother level, right? So if you want to show some love on the donations, we put the cash app in the links, bro. All right, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. And like we said, like the pimps and players really are more. Look how he dressed. Look how he dressed. And we showed you about the hoops and shit. Look how these Moors dress. Okay? They were selling these girls. The Moors were selling these girls. And they were selling the children. The children would come, if they had to make a baby, some Moors that were generous would pass stuff down to their kids. But some Moors that didn't look at the Caucasian at a certain level, they even sold the kids to slavery. They were taking advantage of to the children, right? So what caused us to fall? Like I say, it goes back to those black Jews, those Zionists, the elders of Zion, the protocol, right? We already read that with Ron Haynes, right? Keep in mind, hold up. We're finna bring you in. Here go a picture of them right here. Here go a picture of them again. It's a picture of these Moors who really was Zionist Jews who really was the same people who came with John Smith. John Smith was from these same people, and John Roth. These are the real people, man. And they the ones that paid John Smith to come over here and try to mix in with Pocahontas. And they look just like this. John Smith wasn't no white guy because we weren't mixing with them like that over here on the west in the North Gate. We weren't mixing with them. We was only mixing with our kind, Nubians. Nubians, people that was dark. Besides the Hindus were dark skinned that we mixed with. Even the Chinese that came over were dark skinned. See, look, and we already showed you that on the tape, right? We showed you the Chinese were dark skinned people that came over with me. That's why them Native American niggas so black. Right? Let's pull it up real quick. We add that point too for people that just coming in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. All right, so Ho Shin that sailed over, we already pointed out that they were black. They were dark skinned people. Here go a picture of one right here. Right? They were dark skinned people, man. Look. All right, this is one right here, original one. That lady right there, that's our original Shin Dynasty lady. They were dark skinned like that. These other ones, they mix with Canaanites. They come from Esau, mixing with the Canaanites. So it's a group that got Down syndrome coming from Esau, and then it's another group, if you want to go with the Bible perspective with the Esau thing, then it's another group that coming from the Shins, which they got their eyes are naturally like that due to the mix from the Sands people. But you see all these dark skinned, these were the people that came over. It wasn't no white Chinese. The white girl Chinese didn't come over. So it says ancient black Chinese right here. These people are Twa mixed with Sandsman. They Twa mixed with Sandsman. The Twa mixed with the Sandsman and went to Asia. These are the original dark-skinned Chinese people right here, man. And these people are the people that came over and mixed in with us. Not no white Chinese. So they try to make that game. The white Chinese did mix, the light-skinned Chinese did come over and mix in, but they got brought over here for a project to steal our land. They was part of the light-skinned Chinese was part of the Spanish Inquisition. They brought them over later and to create these tribes so they can say that no, it wasn't niggas over here because they would have used the original Chinese Indians. They were black. So they had to come up, they had to bring all these Indians over here talking about they was helping to build a railroad. And then start paying them. They were paying families, these people, to marry these Chinese people so they can stay in America and mix with them. And then those children, they took those children, the light-skinned children, and gave them the reservation. And said that niggas came from Africa. Yeah, we did come from Africa, but we was already over here as well. So the people that came over and mixed in with the dark, that's why these niggas so black, right? That's why these. Let me show you some Indians. This all tie in together, though. This all tie in together. All right, see the Hindus, right? They came over and mixed in as well. Oh, yeah. Let's see, can we find one of them pictures for you? Man, it's about to get heavy. It's about to get heavy, man. That's all what you got. All right, so you see the Hindu, right? You see the dark-skinned Hindus. We got some of the women over here that look just like my sister-in-law, right? But my sister-in-law got more woolly hair. Oh yeah. Now this you can tell she mixed with the Aborigines from Australia because remember I told you those people were the Moors started kidnapping from Australia and bringing them to Argentina and started breeding them to breed like the Yaku thing and created a whole nother species. All right, the Moors, baby. I'm looking for like a dark skin and black Indian though. Hold up. I know what I'm gonna do. That's how they play them games though. But we know how to get around it. We know how to get around them games, baby. Yes, sir. There we go. All right, some black Indians. We got to do Native American. Oh yeah, baby. There we go. Oh yeah. I want to see that Chinese. So you see how dark this dude is? I say I was like, damn, the light-skinned Chinese couldn't have came in and mixed in with the black people and created these the Washita Native Americans or the Armacs, and they couldn't have came over here and created the darker people than the other people, unless they were dark as well. So we went back and we checked it out, found out that Ho Chi and them were really dark-skinned Chinese who came over. That's why these Indians, these Chinese mix with us. That's why they so dark. That's why they so black when you pull them up. We're really running ahead, but let's go back. I just want to point that part out. So these, like I say, these black so-called Sephardim Moorish Jews, they infiltrated the Roman Catholic Church and put a pope in there, Alexandra. And from that point, that started the Spanish Inquisition for them to start coming out to our land. Because keep in mind, like Rob Haynes pointed out, these people didn't have no home. They're not from this planet. They're not from Inky. I mean, Enlil is they master, they father, they ruler, and they not from this planet. These people, they need a home. So what they do is they took over the Roman Catholic Church and used the Roman Catholic Church as a front piece to do the Spanish Inquisition to start uprooting all the Moors all around the world in all their lands. And they use religion as a disguise under calling us wizards and warlocks. Anybody that didn't agree with their religion or doctrine, they call you a heretic. A heretic is dealing with dealing with inheritance. It's dealing with you being indigenous to the land. So anybody that was indigenous to the land that didn't want to convert and give over their land to this new god that they created, that they stole really from the Moors. It really was the Moors' own device that was turned against them. Christianity was the Moors' own device turned against them. And they sunk the device on tours, right? And they began the Spanish Inquisition and went from land to land. If you was out there, we Moors, we practice herbs. We grew our own herbs. A lot of the beliefs that they had, we didn't believe. We didn't have our same beliefs after they changed everything around in 1470s. This is years later. But they start coming camp to camp. You know what I'm saying? These guys. Let me show you some pictures of these sneaky jokers, bro. Where they at? Here they go, right here. The Spanish Inquisition guys. They came with the cross, the Crusaders, the conquistors, right? All these people, the waves, it was many waves coming back and forth. We fought them for a while. We fought them in a lot of areas for a while to keep our land. But eventually they would overthrow us because a lot of our other Moors had joined on with them in fear that they were going to lose. And it was a conflict of interest because a lot of the people that was coming after us was our own people. It was our own mulatto children. Like Queen Isabella, she's a mulatto, right? And so they go around from land to land saying, are you going to convert and take Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? And we say, man, we don't know nothing about no Jesus. They say, all right, well then, witch, warlock, drown them, burn them at the stake, take all their books and burn their village in the name of Jesus, in the name of God. So this is what your Jesus shit was all about. It was about they came and they was a big bad wolf to huff and puff and blow our house down. A lot of houses they didn't blow down, they just took over because they was made out of brick. We was laying brick. We was the real brick masons, the Moors, right? We taught them what they know about it. But this is the key point right here. Go study, write it down, go study the Spanish Inquisition. It's a key point in them first getting the leg off the ground because coming to taking our shit. Right? And so they went in everybody's land. If you wasn't getting down with their Jesus, witchcraft, warlock, that's still how Christianity think right now. The Christians think, they say if you don't become, man, everybody going to hell that don't accept Jesus. Everybody going to hell. That don't even make logical sense to me. They don't even make logical sense. Your religion is the only right religion, and everybody else is wrong. And the other niggas say the same thing. Islam is the only right way. Judaism is the only way. And then, but the real Jews don't even want you to do that shit. Right? The so-called Jews, the people who say they're Jews and they are not, but they are the synagogues of Satan. Right? The people who've been orchestrating the whole thing from the behind the scenes. So they infiltrated the Roman Catholic Church during Alexandria, and then they started the Spanish Inquisition. From that point, everybody was getting burned. If you was a leader and you spoke out against the Roman Catholic Church stealing your land, they burned you. And if anybody else got something to say about it, we'll burn them too. And this is now land under the church. And you people are not you people are not Akubaland ancient Kemites no more. You beings are Africans. You people are Africans. Especially that they really did that in the Berlin Conference. On the Berlin Conference, I think it was like 1884. Just when they started separating Africa. They did it's like the same thing. The same thing happened to Africa before it happened to America. Like with the Federal Reserve, same thing happened to Africa during the Berlin Conference. All right, let's get that, the Berlin Conference. Close that door, Hakeem. We going in, bro. Close that door, Hakeem. Here you go right here. Here's this dude dressed like a Moor with the white girls, because I told you we used to be players. I told you we used to be pimps. So they making fun of us saying, oh, look at, we got these white girls and we got the black face. Close my door, Hakeem. We got the black face. Hold on. Oh yeah, baby. We about to really get in this thing. Real. Okay. I think this was the Berlin Conference or the Woodrow Wilson thing one. Let's make sure. So he got all the white girls right there with him. The new pimps. These ain't nothing but the same thing. Look, I can show you, take you all the way back. They already had the Moors was already doing. Look, he with a whole bunch of same girls. You ain't doing nothing new and slick. Nubian sisters were never supposed to be a part of the slavery. It's really slavery. Prostitution is really slavery when you got a pimp. And so the Nubian sisters was never supposed to be a part of it. It was just these Caucasian people that were being used at first. And then the sisters, some of the sisters saw how much money these girls were making, and they became the black sisters in the pimp game. They got what they call a renegade. A renegade is a girl that's on her own that don't got a pimp, right? So the back then, once these Caucasian chicks was getting all this money from these freaky moles, and the pimp and the head of the house, the head of the Harlem was collecting the money. He didn't give them. He made sure that they had no money because he didn't want them to go nowhere. So it still goes on in the pimp game today. But the black sisters or the Nubian sisters, when they saw how these people would get money, they started doing it on their own, and they became known as the renegades. The renegade, the Nubian sisters, renegades. But at first, it was just Caucasians doing it, right? Hold on. Oh yeah, Hakeem, close that door. Oh yeah, baby. So that's another part of it too, right? So we leading up to so the Spanish Inquisition was the start of it, and then a lot of our people that was with us, they got took bribes. They got scared and took bribes to sell us out. Even in Granada, people were giving bribes to sell us out to Queen Isabella and them for them to take over Granada. And Granada really was a key pivot point for the Roman Catholic Church. Why? Because when they sacked Granada, they got a seal. When they sacked Granada, they got a seal to sail to the North Gate. So they couldn't really come to the North Gate before 1492. That's why Christopher they had went to these Sephardim black Zionist Jews first sent them over to collect from with Marco Polo. Remember Marco Polo? Marco Polo is the first person to sail from of a Caucasians from from their race. The Moors was already selling thousands of years, but from their race, the first person to sail, and he sailed to the east to Vietnamese, was Marco Polo. Let's get a time. Let's get a time stamp. Let's see what time stamp they got on Marco Polo. This is when they come really start trying to get a leg up. So you go study Marco Polo. He was the first of they shit to sail, man. First nigga to sail with them. Ah, yeah. We ain't talking about no Marco Polo shit, baby. He was a merchant. All right, so this is when they first really started the sail and explore. It was around 1270, like right around 1290. It says he sailed. Let's see. Yeah, about around 1270, 1290 is when they first started coming out and even going anywhere. They was confined to Europe or to Russia, really, to Asia. They were confined to Asia. So Marco Polo is the first of they, and he sailed to the east because they had, and during the 1200s, he was working. He was a merchant working for these same people. Raw Haynes dropped his dime on, and they sent him over there to Vietnamese, and he started a war between two brothers. He started a war between two brothers over there, man. And they over there fighting while he's selling off back, and he laughing and shit, going back to these same Zionist guys who sicked them on the two brothers that was in the Vietnamese area. to get that money back. He was like a he like a guy you say he was an enforcer. Marco Polo was like an enforcer. They sent him over there to enforce some rules and shit on these niggas they made a deal with over in the Vietnamese country. So they was able to sell to the east, but they weren't able to sell to the west until Christopher Columbus, 1492, and he had a Moorish guide to sell them over here during that time. They didn't know nothing about selling. Only time they sell is when the Moors had them in chains, bringing them over here as slaves. Before, especially over here, it's 1492, right? 1492, and still they didn't have no leg up. Then they didn't really get a leg up until they took Pocahontas to Graceland, England, threw her overboard, and came back with that child and started usurping in Jamestown in Virginia, in Maryland, and started usurping the tribe based on that one boy being connected to Pocahontas, who was the princess of the tribe. Why you think they keep on giving you that Pocahontas story, bro? Why they keep giving you that Pocahontas story? Why would they tell us this story as kids? They play this story over and over again as we were kids. At school, I know that during my 12 years at school, maybe 13 years at school, but really more than that because I did college, 2 years of college. So it's like 14, 15 years at school. When I was in elementary, I probably watched the Pocahontas like 15, 25 times, maybe more than that. Why is they study showing us Pocahontas? Because that plays a part in your story as Moors and how you fail, how you begin to fail. We fail because we mixed. One of the reasons why we fail because we mixed our seed with the Canaanites, man. And they tell you that in that book, in the book that they gave them. Don't mix your seed with the Canaanites, man. Don't mix your seed with the Canaanites. That's one reason how we feel. Yeah, the books are available. Send me a $50 donation to Young Elder, the Young Elder Cash App or the Young Elder PayPal. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. If you don't receive a notification from us every day, come back and check with us because we put something out every day for you, baby. That's right. Oh yeah, we putting the PayPal and the links right now for anybody that want to show us some love, baby, because we really bringing it for you right here. We putting it together. We piecing it together for you, piece by piece. And keep in mind, I'm learning with you at the same time. I'm learning with you. You know what I'm saying? We walking side by side in this game. So if you got any other information you can add to what I got, send it to my email at cornhill805gmail.com. We're gonna put that in the links for you too. Right, you got any extra information you can add to beef us up? We ain't on the game. I'll leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments. We'll get it. We'll check it out for you. So we can add it. We'll take any game from anybody. I don't give a damn if you're 3 years old. If we got some game, kick it. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Drop it on me. Let me get it, baby. We scooping up everything. Right? We scooping up every damn thing. But Christopher Columbus, they couldn't sail until they sacked Grenada, 1492. That's a pivot point. Write that down. 1492 is when they sacked Grenada. We repeat that over and over again. Grenada was a key pivot point. So they had sacked a couple other places. If you read the book I got, it's called The Story of the Moors in Spain. And I got another one called The Moors in Europe. We pretty much got a lot of damn Moors books, put it like that. Cause we're trying to put this thing together, man, for real. Right? Christopher Columbus, the devil. So the devil, the Moors let the devil out. Look at him. And he got his left hand over his heart saying, I got a bad heart. I'm evil. See, Noble Drew Ali had the right hand over his heart. This nigga got the left. Let's take him out. Let's pull up Noble Drew Ali. Let's see what hand Noble Drew Ali shooting. Oh, yeah, baby. We got something for you, baby. This is sweet. Sweet, short, and snappy, baby. Oh, yeah. Hit that like button for me. We got 173 people. Hit that like. Hit that like for me, man. Everybody hit that like right now for me. We in the game. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about the Freedmen's Bureau, which is supposed to take place. Here we go. All right, so look at Noble Drew Ali. He got more pictures of it. Look at Noble Drew Ali shooting the right. Right, he's shooting the right angle, and he over the heart, saying I got a good heart. And he got his left foot forward, chopping down on evil. One step at a time, baby. That's what that means. One step at a time, baby. We're gonna change it and make it clean, make it good, one step at a time. Trampling down evil one step at a time. That's what he said. That's what he's telling you right there. Right? And they still making fun of us. Why? Hey, look, this alone should make you say, man, we gotta wake the hell up. This alone. These motherfuckers painting their face black and laughing and giggling at us on national TV. This alone should make you wake your ass up, boys. Islam, to all my Moors in the building. This right here alone should make you wake your ass up. Right? These motherfuckers laughing and giggling at us. And they're trying to embarrass us. Laughing. You know what they saying when they laughing in their brain? These niggas calling themselves black and they the real royal bloodline and the real rulers of earth, and they calling themselves black and getting beat down by the police and under the black Christian codes, they go to jail and they get the same crime as a white boy, but they get 2,000 years and the white boy get a slap on the wrist. Because he got a different status as calling himself white. And he's not really white. A lot of these people over here is mulattoes and albinos. Albino white folks. But they making fun of us. This shit alone should make you say, oh, hell no. Oh, hell, ain't nobody finna be painting themselves black, laughing at us, saying we running your shit. Hey. It's like they greasing us up. Man. That alone should make you say, oh, hell no. Who Christopher Columbus? This is Christopher picture and painting of Christopher Columbus when he got over here, or what he seen. What he seen? Niggas. Neglitos. Indigos, which means dark people. Dark colored people. And not only when he got over here was these niggas royalty and living good over here, he said that they had some rubber ball and they was putting it through a hoop and shooting it and aiming it through a hoop. Basketball. He saw niggas playing basketball when he came over here. In 1492. Hey, that's probably that number. It's choking the hell out of me. Hakeem, get that from him. Come on. Yeah. Come on, Hakeem. Don't let him spray that shit no more. Man. Shit choking the shit out of me. Hey, close that door for me, baby. So when Christopher Columbus got over to America, and we just really going all over the place, but we tying everything in together for you. 1492, Christopher Columbus come to America. When they sacked Grenada, they got a seal, the emperor's seal, to be able to sell to this Western Hemisphere, because before then they couldn't sell over here. They were getting robbed by the pirates of the Caribbean. And the real pirates of the Caribbean, the real Jack Sparrow was a Moor. They don't tell you that. Let's see, here we get a picture of him. I should have pulled him up, but I just thought about it. I should have pulled him up. He's a Moor from the Caribbean islands. The nigga that was robbing all the ships. There was a fugitive by the people, by the Moors. He was a fugitive to the Moors too, because he was robbing some Moorish ships, some of King George and them ships. Let's type in the real Jack Sparrow. Let's see, can we pull him up? He was a Moor. He wasn't because before during Jack Sparrow time, wasn't no Caucasians selling. They didn't know how to sell. They didn't know how to read the stores. Moors had to take them to where they was going. And really the first person that really come over here without being robbed, everybody else is getting robbed before 1492. So the first person to come over here and not get robbed, because he had Moorish escorts with him, and he had the seal to prove the birth of his ship, because your ship had to be able to birth a birth certificate to show the stuff that's in it and all that. That's the same thing as a birth certificate when a ship come, a baby is considered like a ship. We'll get into that too, with the water, the state, and all that, right? With the water, the state, and all that. But they wasn't coming over here by themselves. It was Moors that was bringing them, and they were bringing them by force. Some of the Moors were brought them over by force, and it's not dealing with the Moors who got kicked out of Spain, and the Moors, I mean, not Spain, they got kicked out of Europe, and the ones that came over here and landed on Plymouth Rock. That was where them dark-skinned Sephardic Jews I showed you with the beard that Ron Haynes came. They were the real pilgrims. They were the real pilgrims. Them beings that I just showed, these beings right here. These are the real pilgrims right here, man. That they were Jewish. They dressed like they were Sephardics. They dressed like Quakers. And even the dude that brought Christopher Columbus, he was dressed like a pilgrim. I'm gonna get him pulled up in just a minute. He was dressed like a pilgrim, bro. He was Jewish. That dude was Jewish. That dude that brought Christopher Columbus over here. All right, let's look at this. Yeah, baby, we got something for him now, don't it? I think it's a picture of him right there too. Yeah, so these people right here were the real pilgrims, the people who landed on Plymouth Rock. They wasn't Caucasians, they were dark-skinned people. The people, John Smith, John Rolfe, dark-skinned Moors, Jewish Moors who came from England, who got exiled too, who claimed to be getting exiled by the Roman Catholic Church, but really they was over here to take over the North Gate. They came over here to take over the North Gate and make it the new land of their Israel. They want to make America the new land of Israel. Right, at first. That's what he talk about in this book I got called The Secret Destiny of America by Manly P. Hall. He was a 33rd degree Freemason. Manly P. Hall. The Secret Destiny of America, turn America into Israel. Why you think America, really Israel is a part of America? What they call Israel today is really a part of America. America send them billions of dollars every year, and a lot of our debt went to them. How? Because we paying them for what Germany did to them. Why are we paying? Because I'm gonna tell you why they paying them. Because there was a deal made on that Project Paperclip. And they've been paying these people billions of dollars. They've been giving them all the weapons that U.S. make. They give these people in Israel, because Israel is a part of America. That was part of the secret destiny of America, right? And they still making fun of us, though. They still making fun of us. The fall and the rise of the Moorish Empire, baby. We finna bring it to you. Right? They still making fun of us. At the Mama's Parade, at the Parade of the Three Kings, at the Pitts Parade in Amsterdam, they making fun of us all around the world in the key pivot spots, like Philadelphia was our capital over here. So they up in Philadelphia marching every year around the same time during winter solstice, because keep in mind that winter solstice is connected with the story that the Nomos told us about the three kings that followed the star in the east. So, and that's why they got the Three Kings Parade. See, look, this shit for the man. I'm telling you, man, I hope you took your ball cap off. Young Elder be going, and I don't be like planning this shit. I didn't even study it. I just put these pictures in here and I'm just talking. The ancestors is talking through me. So I didn't even know what I just said. I'm just saying it. So they have a Three Kings Parade. That's dealing with these three stars in Orion's belt. The Mama's Parade, all this is connected with what the Nomos told the ancient Egyptians. And that shit passed all the way down. So why did they call it the Three Kings Parade? Hold on, let's show you. They got the three kings right here. And they all dressed, got their face painted black. What the hell is they telling us? Hold on, let me find them. We got the ass. Somebody say, Young Elder, get these niggas. Get these niggas, Young Elder. The Three Kings. This might be, yeah, Three Kings right here. Look, these are three kings. See, they had a Three Kings Parade where they dressed black, dressed in all black. I mean, they dressed and paint themselves all black and dress up like the Three Kings, which is dealing with them three stars in Orion's belt. So somebody tell me what's the goddamn connection right here. Why are they making fun of us using what the Nomos told us and it's all alchemy, man. It's all alchemy. It's all alchemy, man. Why are they fucking dressing up like three kings and that shit go back to the three stars in Orion's belt? And it's go back to the three pyramids in Kemet, in ancient Kemet. You know? Man, somebody say Young Ill to get these niggas, man. Get these niggas, bro. See, look, this is the book I got right here, too. I got this book, The Moors After Spain, and I got the Moors, this one right here, the story of the Moors in Spain. And it's all about the same guy, Stanley Lane P. I got like 7 or 8 books by this guy that's talking about the Moors, right? Because we're trying to connect all the shit and we're putting all the shit together. We we study with the master, we studying on the master teacher, Taj Sharik Bey, adding all his game to the game, right? So we add other Moors, Hakeem Bey, all these other Moors, we add they game to one pot and we putting this whole puzzle together, see what the hell's going down here, man. And they still making fun of us. They still making fun of us. You can't tell me they ain't making fun of us. Right? And keep in mind, this is part 1. We're probably gonna be doing a part 2. Maybe tomorrow morning for the 9 o'clock class, since we got everything lined out today. And like I say, I supposed to do this class. I supposed to do part 1 at 9 and part 2 at about around 1, and then part 3 at about around 7 this time. So, but the lights went out and the internet was down, so we couldn't get on. We couldn't get on, so we had to bring this part 1 to you tonight. We're probably gonna bring part 2 to you tomorrow, or we might decide to do another class and just come back with part 2 like another day. But we just warming you up to how this shit all the Moors really is responsible for their own fall. And that make a lot of sense. We responsible for our own fall. For one, even taking the Canaanites back at these Caucasoids or these Georgians or these Russians, and really they're not even them. They're not even the real Russians. I can show you that the Moors were already in that land, what they call in Caucasus Mountain. The Moors was already there before they took them. They was already there and had them locked in, brought them out, let them out, and then put them back in, and then brought them out again. The Moors, every time this species is about to go extinct, the Moors always come and clean them up and help them. Even during the time of the England, during the Dark Renaissance age, it was a disease that was spreading around. Why? Because they peed in pots and shit in pots and threw them out the window. And that's why your mama, you probably heard your mom or your grandma or one of your aunts say, you ain't got, you talking all that shit and you done got a pot to pee in and a window to throw it out of. They get that from England because when the Caucasians came in, they didn't have the higher gene like we got. Hot personal hygiene. See, they didn't have a higher gene. So they come in and they didn't know how to wash up and clean up. So we had to come in and save them and clean up. It was millions of people dying over there. We could have just left them over there and let them die and then came and just cleaned them up after. But we, being kind-hearted people, and it probably was influenced by the dirty moves to say they foot soldiers. They foot soldiers to overthrow us. Right? Hold on, let me share my screen again. So we up in here, man. Hold on. I think I've been going for an hour. Hey, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I might come back again tonight on part 2. So let me get off and see what my wife gonna do, and then I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I think I've been talking about an hour or so for. But we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back because we don't want it to be 2 hours long because people don't listen to the whole tape. So we'll do a part 2. But part 2 gonna get more interesting because we're building up to something. But I want y'all to go check out that Three Kings parade and the Mamas parade, and then look at the connection between the Dogons, because that's what I'm researching. I'm like, damn, how the fuck they got the Three Kings? That's dealing with the wise man. That's going back to what the Dogons taught with 3 stars. It's a connection right here. So there's some freaky shit right here. There's some high level alchemical shit that they messing with us, making fun of us with. And they ain't just making fun of us. They doing some kind of alchemy to keep us asleep. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be back, man. Like I say, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're in the building, man. We may come back with part 2 tonight. We'll see, man. But we're about to get out of here. So Islam, Peace, Hotel. We're definitely gonna be back tomorrow for sure, though, at 9 o'clock, and we're gonna come back on tonight. So Islam, Peace, Hotel, right? Divine love. I mean, Ashug, divine love throughout the violence universe to all.